Hey, Quarantine Hotel, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies. And today I'm going to be doing a movie review on Tall Girl 2. Yesterday I decided to watch Tall Girl 2, directed by Emily Ting. Even though I haven't even watched Tall Girl 1, you know what? Screw it. As if it's gonna make a difference anyways, I watched Tall Girl 2. Now, it's not like I completely didn't know anything about Tall Girl 1 before. When Tall Girl 1 came out, a lot of people joked about it, a lot of people made videos on it, and I watched those videos instead of the movie itself. So I kind of do have a general concept of what happened in the first movie. But of course, since the first movie did so well and it's such a damn good movie, they have to make a second one. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Yes. Yes. Netflix. Yes. Give me another goddamn bullshit high school movie. For some reason. Yes, I need another one. Of course. Of course. So here we go. We have a new Tall Girl movie. Too Tall, Too Girl. And it's awful. It's terrible. It's bad. And it might be even worse than the first one. In the first 2 minutes of the movie, the two main characters of Tall Girl, the main girl who's tall, Jodie, and her boyfriend, whose name is Dunkleton. Basically, for the first 2 minutes of Tall Girl 2, both of these characters look at the camera and recap the entire first movie. So, well, in case you haven't watched the first one, we got a recap. Next up, we have the story itself. So I guess the plot for the first movie is that Jodie is a tall girl, and because he's tall, she is suffering, and a lot of people laugh at her for being tall. Wow. And so there's a lot of insecurity, there's a lot of doubt, but at the end she became prom queen or some shit like that. I'm not American, so I don't know what the fuck a prom is. But and then that's pretty much it. And now we have the second Tall Girl movie, and the writers of this movie saw fit to make it very complicated for some reason. So the antagonist for the first movie is this Swedish guy who is Stick, who is, by the way, not even played by a Swedish guy. He's played by an average American with a very bad Swedish accent. But anyways, this Swedish guy, Stig, he is the antagonist in the first movie. He was sort of this lover character, and he turns out to be a douchebag, an asshole who's only looking for clout, and at the end he's sort of defeated, and that is pretty much the end of the movie. And for some reason, the Swedish guy is still here in the second movie as a comic relief side character. What? Yeah, it's very confusing. And on top of that, we have so many other characters for some goddamn reason. We have this annoying bitch character who's like really mean and really evil at first, but for some reason she goes through this mini arc where she somehow becomes nicer of a person, despite the fact that nothing really happened to her. And then on top of that, we have this guy from 13 Reasons Why, the guy who played Diego, and he basically did nothing in this movie other than being another lovebird, another romantic distraction. So we have so many new characters. And then we have Sabrina Carpenter's character, and her character is kind of like an NPC in this movie, because every single scene she's in, she acts so cartoonish. She's so stiff, and every word she says is like a wise word. It's almost like she's a figment of Jodie's imagination. It's almost like she's not even a real character. She's just like a hallucination or something. She's basically an NPC in this movie. So the characters are definitely a mess. But I think the plot of this movie is what really makes it kind of stupid. And that is, in this movie, Jodie starts to have these inner thoughts of, oh, what if I'm not good enough? What if this happens to me? What if that happens to me? Self-doubt, insecurity. But these inner thoughts are literally inner thoughts. Like, these are voice over. So in a way, she develops schizophrenia in this movie. and she actually literally hears these voices. It's not like a figurative thing, it's a literal thing. She's like Mr. Robot here. She's actually hearing voices. And it's lame, first of all. Second of all, I really hate it when movies, especially teen movies, do that. When teen movies try to show that teenagers feel insecurity and they doubt themselves, instead of actually using the performance, the story itself, and cinematic language, including editing and cinematography to show the characters' inner thoughts, we use voiceover, literally the cheapest way. So, yeah, I don't like that. But I think the worst thing about this movie and movies like this in general is that it just dumbs down romance. This is exactly the reason why rom-com is my least favorite genre of movies of all times. Not because I hate romance and I hate comedy, I love these two genres, but the thing with cheaply made American rom-coms, especially these Netflix high school, ooh, life classes, ooh, recess, these rom-coms, is that the romance is so cheap. The romance is just so goddamn cheap. We have the Swedish guy Stig and this Farida, this black woman, and they didn't really experience all that much together, but they somehow developed a romance anyways because of course, if you see a male and a female, they have to be dating. There is no other possibility. You know what? I actually kind of admire that. There are a couple of characters in this movie who are male and female, but they're not dating, and I kind of admire that. But aside from that, this movie still holds the notion that dating is so easy, romance is so easy. Some person and another person speaks to each other and share some laugh, and then boom, they just fall in love with each other, and it's so awkward and haha, oh my god, and the boy is like, yeah, I mean, I mean feelings, bro. I mean, it's just feelings, bro. It's just so goddamn stupid. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or is this a Netflix thing, but I swear to God, romance in real life probably doesn't work like that. So, yeah. If there's one thing I like about Tall Girl 2 is that it is at least not as insufferable as He's All That. Because He's All That is still one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my life. But this still sucks. Yes, so Tall Girl 2, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. So have you watched Tall Girl 2 from 1 to 10? How much you rate it? Like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching.